Rene Descartes, the renowned philosopher, mathematician, and scientist. He was born on March 31, 1596, in La Haye-en-Touraine, a small town in the Kingdom of France. Here is what is known about his childhood. Family background. Descartes came from a well-off family of minor nobility. His father, Joachim Descartes, was a councillor in the Parliament of Brittany, and his mother, Jean Brochard, died when René was just 1 year old. Education. René received his early education at the Jesuit College Royal Henry Legrand in La Flèche, which was known for its rigorous curriculum. He began his studies there at the age of 8 and stayed for 9 years. This Jesuit education played a significant role in shaping his intellectual development and, later, his philosophical outlook. Influence of mathematics. Descartes displayed an early aptitude for mathematics during his time at the Jesuit school. Mathematics became a lifelong passion for him, and his experiences with it laid the groundwork for his future work in analytic geometry and mathematics. Health issues. As a child, Descartes was known to have been frail and suffered from various health issues. This may have contributed to his later preference for a life of contemplation and solitude. Military service. After completing his education at the Jesuit college, Descartes spent some time in the military. He served as a volunteer in the army of Prince Maurice of Nassau, where he gained exposure to various mathematical and scientific ideas that would influence his later work. Descartes' childhood and early experiences, particularly his education and exposure to mathematics, played a crucial role in shaping his intellectual pursuits and his later contributions to philosophy, mathematics, and science. His upbringing in a well-to-do family with access to education and his inquisitive nature were important factors in his development as a thinker and innovator. His work had a profound influence on various fields, including philosophy, mathematics, and science. Here are some key aspects of Descartes' life and contributions. Early life and education. Descartes was born in La Haye-en-Touraine, a small town in France. He received a Jesuit education at the College Royal Henry Legrand and later studied law at the University of Poitiers. Mathematical achievements. Descartes made significant contributions to mathematics, including the development of Cartesian geometry, which laid the foundation for analytic geometry. He introduced the use of coordinates to represent geometric shapes, which allowed the application of algebra to geometry. Cogito, ergo sum. One of Descartes' most famous philosophical statements is, cogito, ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. This reflects his method of doubt, in which he doubted everything he could possibly doubt, except the fact that he was doubting, and therefore thinking. Methodical doubt. Descartes believed in using a methodical doubt to arrive at certain knowledge. He questioned the reliability of his senses and even the existence of the external world, seeking to establish a firm foundation for knowledge. Dualism. Descartes proposed the mind-body dualism, asserting that the mind, or soul, and the body are distinct substances. This idea had a profound influence on the philosophy of mind and the mind-body problem. Scientific contributions. He made important contributions to physics, including formulating the law of reflection and conducting experiments on optics. Descartes' work on the scientific method, as outlined in his Discourse on the Method, helped shape the development of modern science. Published works. Some of Descartes' major works include Meditations on First Philosophy, Principles of Philosophy, Discourse on the Method, and Meditations on the First Philosophy, among others. Legacy. Descartes' ideas had a lasting impact on philosophy, mathematics, and science. His method of doubt and emphasis on reason and deduction paved the way for the Enlightenment era. His Cartesian coordinate system revolutionized geometry and laid the foundation for calculus developed by later mathematicians like Isaac Newton and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Controversies. Descartes' ideas often sparked controversy and criticism, especially his dualism and views on the nature of the soul. Death. Descartes spent much of his life traveling and living in various European cities, including the Netherlands and Sweden. He died in Stockholm in 1650. René Descartes' work and ideas remain influential in both the humanities and the sciences, making him one of the most important figures in the history of Western thought. His emphasis on reason, doubt, and the use of the scientific method continue to shape our understanding of the world and the pursuit of knowledge. Rene Descartes authored several famous books and works during his lifetime, many of which are considered foundational texts in the fields of philosophy, mathematics, and science. Here are some of his most well-known books. Discourse on the Method, Discours de la Méthode, 1637. This work is one of Descartes' most famous and influential writings. It outlines his methodical approach to acquiring knowledge and serves as an introduction to his philosophy. In this book, he famously introduces the statement, cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, and discusses the nature of doubt and certainty. Meditations on First Philosophy, Meditationes de Prima Philosophia, 1641. This philosophical treatise consists of 6 meditations in which Descartes systematically examines and establishes a foundation for his beliefs. It explores the existence of God, the nature of the mind and body, and the relationship between the two. The meditations provide a framework for his epistemological and metaphysical ideas. Principles of Philosophy, Principia Philosophiae, 1644. This work is a comprehensive presentation of Descartes' philosophical system, covering metaphysics, physics, and the principles of knowledge. It provides a systematic exposition of his ideas, including his famous mind-body dualism and his views on the nature of reality. Geometry, La Géométrie, 1637. This book is a supplement to the Discourse on the Method, and contains Descartes' development of analytic geometry. In it, he introduces Cartesian coordinates and demonstrates how algebraic equations can be used to represent geometric shapes. Optics, Dioptrique, 1637. Optics is another part of Descartes' scientific and philosophical works. It discusses his theories on light, vision, and the nature of perception, including his law of refraction, which describes how light bends when passing from one medium to another. Passions of the Soul, Les Passions de l'Homme, 1649. In this work, Descartes explores the nature of human emotions and their relationship to the mind and body. He provides a mechanistic account of emotions, drawing on his dualistic philosophy. These books represent some of Descartes' most significant contributions to philosophy, mathematics, and science. His writings had a profound and lasting impact on these fields and continue to be studied and discussed by scholars and philosophers to this day. Thanks for watching.